Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
Good morning, everybody. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and the Niners are there. We are in the Super Bowl, David. How you feeling? Hey, you look pretty good. Is that a new tie?
Yeah, I got me a gold tie and a red shirt, sporting the team colors this morning. You know, it's like we're in the Super Bowl, baby.
Super Bowl.
It's like there's only one thing better than being in the Super Bowl, and that's winning the Super Bowl.
Let's do it.
Game is this afternoon. You know, I'm may not be as nervous as others because it's one of those things. Got to win it, but win or lose, the world keeps spinning, folks. Life goes on, and sad or happy, life goes on. I'm hoping to be happy though.
Yeah, it's the best question ever, right? Do you want to love and have loss, or do you not want to love at all? Because if you don't love at all, then yeah, you're guarded. You'll never lose, right? But if you play the game, there's a chance for you to win. There's a chance for you to lose. But this moment is ours if we take it, David. The Niners, yes. The faithful, everybody here rooting for the Niners, everybody who's rooting for a good game. This is the moment right here. And yes, both teams, five years in a row, they've been in the buzz for a Super Bowl. They've been noticed. They've been talked about. They've been the two best teams in the last 5 years. I think this is going to be a great matchup. Great matchup. It's a rematch. 2019 didn't go the way we wanted it to. Started off great, didn't finish the way we wanted it to. So the tortoise and the hare, I don't really care how they start out. Well, I do care how they start out with, but it's how you win and it's how you finish, right? We want the win at the end. So I'm Super Bowl Sunday, 3:30, 4:30 your time. We got a pork butt smoking right now. There's going to be a game day, a little party here at my house. We're gonna be enjoying it. Like you said, win or lose, we're still going to be enjoying the game. And I'm really looking forward to just taking it all in. I don't want to talk about next season or anything else. I want to talk about what's happening right now.
That's right. Next season doesn't exist. No.
Not yet.
It's all about the game today. All about it. And if we win, there's going to be a good celebration. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to be texting the owner of my company going, I want to go out to California. And he's going to be like, okay. And then he'll text my bosses and tell that don't like to let me off of work. And he'll tell them he's going to California. So, sometimes a guy's got to do what a guy's got to do.
Hey, so it's a busy week for me. It is definitely a busy week for me. One, we're in the Super Bowl. I got fingers crossed, everything. If there's a parade, it looks like it could be on the 15th. That's Thursday. I got a couple of days off this week. We have a family member, my sister. She's going in for surgery. So I'm taking a couple of days off to take care of business around the house and help out with whatever I can. I'm not the operator. I am definitely not the doctor, but I can be there to help support and emotionally, do what I can do, run somebody around, maybe go get some ice cream or something. Maybe I can tell one of those famous dad jokes of mine, just keeping it going, right? But family is important. And right now, my brother's helping out. All my brothers are helping out. We're taking days off. So yes, tomorrow, win or lose, I will be off. I hope it's Victory Monday. I believe it will be Victory Monday. But my real true intentions will be focused on my sister. So if the parade is a couple days afterwards, which I'm hoping for, and that's what they're speculating is it would be on Thursday, that would give you a little bit of time. That would give a couple of our other friends a little bit of time to be able to get their everything in order so they can make it to the parade. Because if the parade happens, this is supposed to be legendary. This is supposed to be one of the biggest parades. San Francisco really, really is. I don't know if they're going to be ready for this. This is going to be huge, David. We might not even be able to get into the city. It's as big as it's going to be. So, yeah, it's going to be huge. Wow. It's huge. It's supposed to be on Market Street in San Francisco. That's where I believe all the other parades have been held at. And it's just something really neat. You look at like how the Bay Area has been. A couple years ago, we had the San Francisco Giants winning some World Series. I know, Corey, it's not a baseball show. Shout out to Corey Davis. But we had the World Series, San Francisco Giants. They were winning World Series. And then here comes the Golden State Warriors. And they're a funny team because they're not necessarily they are not homegrown, right? They're from I want to say they're Kansas City, if I'm correct. The Warriors used to be from KC, if I'm correct. But anyways, the Warriors, maybe they were in Philadelphia. Somebody in the chat, maybe John Jay will know for sure. But the Warriors came to California, and they were known as the Golden State Warriors, the California Golden State Warriors, and they played in San Francisco. Then they moved to Oakland. Well, they started winning a bunch of games again, and they were in Oakland. Well, now they've got them a new stadium, and they are in San Francisco. And, the Niners would have waited a little bit at the time. Maybe the Niners would have got that stadium because the Giants got a stadium. The Niners, they got upset. They left. The Warriors, they got them a new stadium. So the Warriors, they've been winning a lot of championships. Now it's time for that torch to be passed again, hopefully, right? It went from the Giants to the Warriors, maybe to the Niners. That's where I'm getting at. Full circle, folks. And we want that BART to go all the way around. There's a BART train, and there's a goal. There's a theory. There's been a belief that one day this train that goes around the Bay Area will go all the way around the Bay Area, so you can start at any part in the Bay and just circle. It'd be a wonderful idea. They told us there was going to be a super train too. Damn it, I want our super train. It's supposed to get us to Los Angeles in like an hour or something like that, from Northern California to Los Angeles in an hour. I mean, we got the technology, folks. Let's do it. So let's shout out the chat, David. We got Twin Empire here. We got John J. We'll start at the top. Jack 510, JCK 510, or I'm assuming it would be Jack, maybe. Thank you for coming. We know that guy. We know that guy. Hey, Tommy. Tommy is a great guy. Folks, if you don't know about Tommy, check out Tommy. Tommy's got a YouTube channel. He's a great artist, great musician. He's a camel. He's a camel with two humps, and he's a true faithful. So that's right. He's right. We can't lose today. We can't. We got Twin. Twin Empire's got a great channel as well. Great guy. Check him out. Crazy Juice is a faithful. He goes to everybody's channel, and he really does. He supports a lot of guys. We really, truly appreciate you. All right. I try to do it the best way I can. I'm not the best, and I'm not the cleanest at this. So let's see if we can do this. We got Tony in the house. And Tony, she's great. She is truly, truly great. We're going to have to come back to this one, I think, David. I will play with that here in a second. So we're going to keep shouting out the chat. We got Nathan Z. Terradome. Oh, and Nathan Z, check out Nathan Z. He's a true faithful from Florida. He's everywhere. We appreciate when Nathan comes around. Great guy. And he's really good with the trivia, and he's been doing really good with the pick'ems. He's like second or third place. Terradome, my guy. One of the greatest guys. Okay, so let's go down. All right. Caitlin coming in. We appreciate Caitlin. All right. Okay, I got to be careful with these ones here. Okay, we're going to read this one here. All right, shout out Little Spongy. Breaking news. Eagles pass rusher has been allowed to trade per rap sheet. All right. Eagles are on the move. Okay. And I like this one down here too. Facts, Crazy Juice. Super Bowl is for Laura Cat and Corey.
Yep.
Straight facts. All right, folks. So, David, all right, we are smoking a pork butt over here at my house, and we got some chips and some sodas and some other drinks, and gonna have a good time. What you got going on in your neck of the woods?
Well, I got a couple steaks marinating in some teriyaki, and they've been there overnight. So, and of course, I did the right thing, took a fork and poked a bunch of holes in them. So this should be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna end up watching it over at my neighbor's house in case that halftime I have to be superstitious, come take a shower and watch the rest of the game in my birthday suit. But I'm hoping that's not the case.
Hey,
just like I did the NFC Championship game.
I feel it. I truly feel it. It's sometimes, some people are like, oh, you can't switch jerseys, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know what? If it makes you feel better, then you do it. If you got your hat and your hat's on, and he's like, oh no, I need to turn my hat around. And you turn your hat around. I like it in baseball. Again, I know Corey Davis, I know it's not a baseball show, but sometimes people do that thing what's called rally time, and they turn the hat inside out. And hey, if that's what you got to do, and at the end of the day, the 49ers win the Super Bowl, I'm not mad at you. You do what you do, and you do what makes you feel good. My dad and my brother, my uncles, all my uncles are Packer fans, right? And my dad, he's a Raider fan. So my uncle, he said, my dad and him met up one day, and I don't know how it happened, but my dad got a bunch of T-shirts. So next thing you know, my dad's at the house and he's going through the T-shirts and he starts giggling or starts laughing. I can't remember exactly what. But next thing I know, I see a Brett Favre jersey. And I'm like, you're a Packer fan now? And he's like, hell no, I'm not a Packer fan. I'm a Raider. He's like, my brother knows I'm a Raider fan. He's like, you know what I'm going to do with this? So I was like, he's like, Raiders are playing tomorrow night on Monday Night Football against the Packers, I think. And I was like, okay. So he's like, okay. So he puts it in his top drawer. And I'm like, okay, well, where are we going with this, Dad? And he's like, you'll see. Next morning, he's like, go, evening. He said, hey, go get that jersey out when the game started. I go grab the jersey, and he's like, here. And then he takes it from me. He throws it at the TV. It falls right there in front of the TV, right? It doesn't do any damage, not crazy or anything. He just kind of like tosses it, right? And then here comes Brett Favre running out onto the field. My dad says, come on. So we jump up off the couch, and we run over to the TV, and we stomp on the jersey, right? And he's like, this is going to be our tradition. Well, you know what? Brett Favre beat the Raiders that day, and I think he continued to beat the Raiders every time we did that. But my dad loves that jersey and throwing it on the ground, and he tells my uncle he does it. And it's because he loves my uncle and my dad. They're brothers, and that's his team. And yeah, he makes sure that he gets his licks in, or his hits in or kicks in, right? So if you have any wild tradition like that, like I don't really like changing jerseys during the game, but hey, if there's a moment and you're putting on the jersey and that guy starts screwing up and you're like, hey, this guy needs to maybe ride the couch for a little while, you go put a different jersey on. Be that guy. It's okay. It is okay. My wife, Tony, she won't wear any Niner gear. If she wakes up in the morning and doesn't realize she has Niner gear on, she won't go and put the Niner gear on later during the game. She's like, nope. So it's like, hey, whatever, it's okay. Just enjoy the game. David, you got anything wild like that? I mean, I know you got your I don't know, what weird traditions do you have?
Well, the strangest thing I came up with was during the NFC Championship game when I felt dirty at halftime because we were down 17. I took a shower and popped out, and we were starting to roll. I was like, And then, my superstitious self, I'm like, I can't change anything. Like, I'm gonna have to stay like this for the rest of the game now, and that's just what happens, right? I mean, it's always like if I back in the day I bought a shirt, the 49er shirt, and I was like, all right. And I think we went like 2-14 that season. And then, the next season we weren't doing so hot. I'm sitting there looking at the Niners shirt like, are you bad luck? And I still have it, folks. It's that really old looking one I have with the big SF symbol. And you know how old it looks. That's that shirt. I still have it. But, superstitions are superstitions, and whatever's working is whatever's working at the time. Sometimes you have to make halftime adjustments, right?
That's right. I love it. I love it. You got to be able to, make adjustments on the fly, and if that means going and changing out of your pants and putting on shorts, or maybe not wearing anything at all, I mean, hey, as long as you're in the privacy of your home, or you're where people are okay with that,
Yeah.
hey, to each their own, right? But this is the Super Bowl. So I just hope everybody's excited. They are able to watch it or listen to it, and enjoy it. You got to work. Hopefully you can call in. This is the Niners Super Bowl. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen all the time. And when it does happen, it's special. And it is good for the league. It's one of the best teams in the league. And I think the league knows that. I really, truly do. 19 NFC championship appearances, 8 Super Bowl appearances now, 5 Super Bowl championships. Hopefully, it's soon to be 6 Super Bowl champions. And we'll just go from there. The sky's the limit. This is a pretty good team. I know we're getting a little older, but we got good players, and they still got good years in them. So there's an opportunity that this team can get back to where we're at right now and do it again. And keep it going. Same thing with the Chiefs. They are a really good team. And like we've said, 5 years now, 5 years being one of the best teams in the league. The Niners had that falling off year in 2020. You can say that the Chiefs kind of had a falling off when, they lost, but they still made it to the championship game against Burrow, right? So, 5 AFC championship appearances is pretty good. They've lost a lot of players, but they still got that really good quarterback over there, Patrick Mahomes, and their coach is pretty good too. So, and they got a good kicker. Got a pretty good kicker. So, it should be a good game. David, if you had to call in and you'd have to, get out here and potentially be doing something, maybe on a Thursday for a parade, is there one thing that you would be looking forward to doing that you didn't get to do last time you were in California?
Well, maybe go check out the area that Candlestick Park was in. Just to see. I know nothing's there.
Yeah.
But just to see the actual location of it. I know it was right by the bay, close enough to the point where the tide would come in the afternoon games and everyone would have to change their cleats.
Yeah.
And that's definitely one thing I would want to do.
So if you're looking at San Francisco as a map, and it kind of has like the opening, this is the top of your right, and the bottom. When you come around through San Francisco, because the bay is kind of like a backwards C. So when you come around, the way we came in like through this way. And we left through the top, like through Richmond's, like kind of the north area. So that's like how the Golden Gate Bridge is actually like on the other side of the ballpark. So if you're looking at San Francisco, you're facing San Francisco. The 49ers stadium used to be on the left side. And now the Giants stadium is on the right side. And that's where the Warriors stadium is. And it's like right coming off when you come out of Oakland and you're going across the Bay Area Bridge. It's right there to your left. It's right there where when we were down there by the piers, Pier 39 and all those piers. If we was to went backwards and travel back instead, we were going forward in the direction we were going. We were heading towards Golden Gate bridge. But if we would have turned around, we would have ended up going towards the stadiums. So Candlestick Park is actually on the other side of the bay of San Francisco, right there, and because their location, it wasn't the best for traffic. People would get stuck coming in and out of traffic really bad. It was really congested. Still, everybody loves the place, and they probably wish it was still there, but now it's a little bit easier to get out of Levi's. So that is one thing nice to say about Levi's. But yeah, if you come back out and me and you meet up, and I'm assuming we will, we'll definitely have to try to get to Candlestick Park, and hopefully we could get to Kezar Park too. Kezar Stadium, Golden Gate Park, and it's pretty cool. Maybe take you up there through Hayden Ashbury and around. But yeah, I mean, San Francisco is a beautiful city, folks. If you've never been there, it is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It truly is, and we have one of the best football teams. So right now we are living our best lives, right, David? This is the moment everybody wants to be at. The teams in the Super Bowl, and no one's a loser yet because nothing's happened, right? Everybody still has a chance. When it gets to the fourth quarter and there's 10 minutes left, I don't want to be where we were at last year, 4 years ago. I do not. But we got a different team too. So with that, what do you got for us tonight? Because I know when we were working together on Friday night, and it got pretty wild on Friday night. But was there anything that you wanted to bring up that we weren't able to talk about on Friday?
Well, the Hall of Fame class, we did have Patrick Willis, and we did get to touch on that, and we touched on Roger Craig not making it, which is a travesty. Let's be honest here, folks. But
yeah,
guys like Dwight Freeney, the pass rusher for the Colts that was on, the Peyton Manning Super Bowl team, he made it. And he was a great player. Honestly, he deserves. He has the numbers. He has the accolades. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, right? And as far as I know, I mean, I don't think he ever did anything bad during his time in the league. He was a, upstanding member of society. So guys like that really should be in the Hall of Fame. Devin Hester, Bryant, this might be your favorite.
Oh yeah.
The kick returner. He made the Hall of Fame, and he could possibly be the best kick returner all time in the NFL. This can be. I don't know if there's anyone else that, you had that Hall guy from KC. He was pretty good, but I think Devin Hester was just a step above everybody. And if your special teams coverage unit wasn't on it, that guy's returning it for a touchdown. Andre Johnson, wide receiver of the Houston Texans. He was on a squad that, never really produced anything. I believe they had David Carr at quarterback with him for a little while. And even though they suffered at quarterback, Andre Johnson always produced. He was always catching the ball. He was being productive every season. He was a great player that deserved to be in a better situation. Let's be honest. Julius Peppers of the Carolina Panthers. That guy was a terror. He was a terror. He would freaking be going up against the best tackle in the league, and he would still find a way to get in the backfield and get in the quarterback's face. Probably it could be the best player to play for the Carolina Panthers in their history. And, CMC could take that, but he got traded to us, so he's not going to be there long enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to ESPN for saying a C- on that trade. I honestly think we won that trade.
Oh, I believe so. Do you remember when CMC came out and they were talking about, what they would give up for him? And I said it. I'll give up a first round pick for him. I think he's worth it. I don't think I'm wrong.
He wasn't. We gave up I think we gave up a few picks. I'd have to actually look it up. But I think we gave up a few picks for him. Mm-hmm. And ESPN's like, oh, you guys got a C- on the trade. And I think they posted a story kind of backtracking and saying, you guys still gave up too many picks. No, we didn't. You never know what a draft pick's going to do in the NFL. CMC changed our offense, made us relevant when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. It was 100% worth it. I think the Niners get an A for that trade. That's my opinion. You know, I haven't been a fan of ESPN since they announced Brett Favre coming out of retirement during the MLB show I was watching. That was the last show I've ever watched on ESPN, folks. That long ago. Yes. I don't do ESPN. But anyway, so a Browns linebacker named Randy Gradishar made it. He played in the 70s and 80s, which this is actually proof that Roger Craig still has a chance because the guy played that long ago made the Hall of Fame, right? This is proof.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Steve McMichael, defensive lineman for the Bears during the 80s, during that 1985 Super Bowl run. I'm sure he did. What was that dance they did called? Do you remember?
Oh, the Dirty Bird?
They did something that was like, I don't think it was a Super Bowl shuffle, or the Bears had some dance there, dude, but he did the dance, folks. He did the dance. But he also made the Hall of Fame. He was an incredibly destructive interior defensive lineman.
Yeah, the Icky Shuffle or something like that, but I don't remember what the Bears danced. The Falcons had the Dirty Bird. The Vikings just had the Gritty or something like that. I don't know. Too many different. I don't know. I'm not that cool, David. Sorry, I got 2 left feet.
It's okay. But you know, that was back before social media and everything. You know, it would have. I'm pretty sure that video would have gone viral on all social medias if they were present back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, you know, here we are. We got the NFL awards. Of course, MVP Lamar Jackson. Ooh.
Hey. Did you get to see that? Like, there's like a conspiracy video out there about the championship game when he's running. Does it appear? I'll send it to you if you haven't seen it. There's a moment where Lamar's scrambling out, and he could have kept running, and he like stops and he kind of like he lets them tackle him. Why did the Ravens? Okay, the Ravens had running backs that were doing really good in the beginning of the game, and then they go away from him, and then they make him the running back. He's their quarterback.
Yep.
I don't know.
He rushed 8 times in that game, and I think the other running back rushed 6. I'm sitting there going, huh. So, you know, a shout out to all you Chiefs fans saying, look how good our rush defense is in the playoff. Okay, they haven't been running the ball against you.
That's a good point. It's like, I'm perfect at free throws. Oh, how many did you make? 1. Well, how many did you attempt? 1. It's like, okay, yeah, you're really good. It's like, let's get this guy a reward, you know. Yeah, if you're really good at stopping the run, then you know, if you stopped it 10 times out of 10, then yeah, or 9 out of 10, you're really good, right? But they only rushed it like you said, 6 and 8. That's, you know, that's
14 times on the I think they actually rushed 15 or 16 times maybe on the entire game.
The running back stopped running the ball in the end of the the beginning of the game, first and second quarter. I don't think the running backs ran anymore. So again, if you see the clip I'm talking about, Lamar's running and he's at like at the top of the screen. There's for a second he stops, he lowers his shoulder, and it's like, dude could have kept running. So I don't know. The conspiracy about how the Niners and the Ravens were supposed to be in the Super Bowl, that purple and red Super Bowl logo, it really was for the AFC Championship game.
Ooh. That could be it. That could be it, you know. And well, you remember what I was saying about parity in the league, the reason they have the salary cap, you know, the draft, the free agency, they have all these rules in place for parity in the league, but for some reason, KC keeps beating everybody in the AFC. So how is there parity? You know, how's that? Right?
It's just a little weird. It was just a little weird, and I will make sure I send it to you. It appears that Lamar stopped running. So why? You're at the moment you can win the Super Bowl. You're the MVP of the league. You can literally put your team on your back and run in for a Super Bowl, and you stop. I don't know, guys. It just doesn't. I know Levi from Darwin's Raven, he wasn't very happy with the outcome of the game. I know the outcome wasn't victorious for his team, but there was some moments I think that are truly questioned. And, you know, sure, you shouldn't always say it's the refs who are the ones who dictated the game and stuff like that. But sometimes decisions are made, business decisions are made. And I don't know. I just don't understand why you would have done that. You know, don't know.
You know, I was watching the game and I'm sitting there going, why is Lamar Jackson trying to pass the ball around? That's not exactly who he is here. You know, they're run first and then pass to complement the run team. And they were trying to sling the ball around like they were the greatest show on turf. And I'm sitting there watching that game going, what is going on here? Like, you know, did John Harbaugh lose his mind or something? Because they did. They abandoned the run early. And Darwin's Raven actually streamed the game, folks, and he wasn't happy about the outcome. Mm-hmm. No, he wasn't a happy camper during the game. I can't blame him, though, because, you know, they went off script. They didn't play to who the team is. And, you know, and so then that's just something that we don't need to do. You know, like the Green Bay game, we played off script. We passed the ball around 39 times. You know, that's not what we do. We're a run first team. So hopefully we're able to do what we do and play 49er football today.
Let's get into that a little bit, and then we'll go from Packers to Lions, and we can do it quickly. But when you look at the Packers game, were you more upset with how the offense was running, or were you more upset with how the defense was playing? Because I wasn't happy with the defense tackling. Every time the Packers needed a first down, they got it. The Niners couldn't stop the Packers. So, in my opinion, that's not the offense's fault. And when the offense went out there, they were moving it. And you can't be perfect every time. So if there is a stop and you have to punt, okay. But the defense has to have some stops. And for the defense not to stop their offense at all, when they needed a first down and they needed 9 yards, they were getting 11 on the ground. And for whatever reason, the Packers stopped running the ball on us. That's why they lost. What do you think?
I think we're missing Hufanga. You know, like he would come in and he would clean up a lot of messes. You know, a guy would miss a tackle, Hufanga would be right there to tackle the guy. And without Hufanga around, all our missed tackles are being more highlighted because it's the player that, you know, got the missed tackle is now getting 3-4 yards after that missed tackle or whatever, right? So Hufanga would clean up a lot of messes, and we are missing him right now. And the team, honestly, we need to adjust and maybe put Gibson in Hufanga's place and put Jair Brown in Gibson's place this game, because we need a guy up there cleaning up the mess. You know, sometimes people just barely miss. Yeah. You know, but that person barely missed and just slowed that guy down a bit. And if someone's right there, which typically it was Hufanga, if someone's right there, they're going to hit him and make that tackle. So, you know, at this point, I honestly think we're greatly missing Hufanga.
I think the issue is, like, we've been going back and forth with it and talking a lot about it, is tackling. The tackling is the issue for this team. If the Niners defense tackles and doesn't do the torpedo launch, let me try to launch at you and knock you for a big hit and get that highlight reel, you know, shot, tackle. use your hands, use your arms, wrap up, pull a guy down on the ground, whatever. If he's bigger and stronger than you, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. I don't know what else to say. I know you want to be fast if you're a corner, you want to be light, but you got to imagine they're tackling 200 pound plus guys out there on the field. Maybe you need to get a little bit more junk in the trunk. I don't know what you need to do. I really truly don't. But trying to hit somebody with your shoulder, there's only so many times that you can lean and hit somebody with your shoulder until it puts permanent damage on your shoulder. For somebody who's had both collarbones broken, I do not recommend someone trying to lean in with their shoulder and whack you and tackle you like that. That's not one. You can mess up your shoulder joint, your rotator cuff. You can mess up your collarbone. You can mess up. There's so much. You can mess up your neck. There's so much tackle. Sure, use this part of it. Go for it, but use your arms too, because when you wrap around and you got that guy, if he's dragging you down the field, right, it's going to slow him down a little bit. 100%. If he's running by himself and nobody's touched him at all, he's going to be as fast as he can be, right? But if you're holding on to him and he's dragging you or carrying you to the end zone, somebody should be able to catch up and at least maybe put a little bit more weight on him. If he's got to carry the whole defense to the end zone, I mean, like now we're talking Little Giant football movie, right? We're talking, like you got 8 guys on one guy or something. And it's happened. We've seen it. We've seen this George Kittle. We've seen, him carry a defense into the, practically into the end zone after he received a ball, caught a ball. But David, I'm excited, man. I am excited. We have an opportunity. If the Niners come out and tackle and don't have that big cushion, I think they'll have a way better game. It's been discussed if they should play man or if they should play zone. And I think they're gonna have to play in between both, because I don't think they can take their eyes off Kelsey. And I think once the corner looks back at Mahomes, that's when Kelsey runs and plays, backyard football and just gets a easy catch. You just throw the ball to Kelsey and they're going to convert. So with the defense not tackling Green Bay, the offense, they did what they had to. The 49ers offense came out and they made plays. We got lucky and we did make plays. And running the ball is the success for the Niners. That's how we win games. That's how we dominate. But we get to the Lions game, and it happened again. The Lions came out, and their running backs just we weren't able to stop them. And until I didn't see what adjustment they made. They put a couple more guys in the box, and a couple of their wide receivers dropped the pass. So if we get lucky again, David, because that was what really happened, right? Golf threw a couple balls that was maybe just a little bit off. And
well, every Super Bowl winner, the ball, bounces their way. There's always a little bit of luck involved. It's been like that since I can remember. And at this point, we just got to play our best game. Everyone's got to come out, give max effort. When it comes to the teams on the field, yeah, they have Patrick Mahomes, but I honestly think we have the better football team of the two overall. And say what you want to say about Brock Purdy, he's still, if you want to call him a game manager, he'll manage to beat your team.
That's what happened, because both games, the Packer game and the Lions game, he had to overcome. I don't think that their defenses were better than our offense. I think their offenses got to an early start and a jump on our defense. If our defense can get a lead, our defense can play with a lead, it's really hard to beat the 49ers. But when the 49ers can't stop the other team's offense, and that's what happened with the Vikings this year. That's what happened with the Bengals this year. It's what kind of happened with the Rams. Both times we played the Rams, right?
Mm-hmm.
This comes down
the Rams are sick of losing to us. You know,
But
if you think about it, and we were playing guys like our third stringers and practice squad guys in the last half of that game, and they ended up winning by 1 point. You know, but honestly, I think the Rams got lucky this year. They had two teams miss game-winning field goals. You know, there's a lot of luck involved during the NFL season, and the ball bounces your way, you got to take it, right?
Mm-hmm. But you see what, and maybe I need to clarify a little bit, but the way the Rams played us, the way they attacked our defense, they just moved the ball the entire game. And Puka Nacua breaking, Jerry Rice's, getting the not all time, but yeah, it's all time, right? He's got now the leading pass catch. He's got all time
Rookie. It's
rookie.
a rookie record for yards in a season.
Well, it was for the most catches in the game, right?
Oh, was it?
I
thought it was. Oh yeah, he did get that one, but he also broke a guy's record from the '60s. He played for the Houston Oilers. I forget his name, but he also broke the record for most yards in a season. But there should be an asterisk by that because the guy in the '60s, he only played 14 games.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Jerry Rice only played like 16 games, and then this guy's gotten 17 games to do the same thing.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Well, it is what it is. You can't have all the records forever, and they are meant to be broken. And hopefully one day, you get a player again from your team who can break the record. But again, I think it goes back to the Niners playing so loose. And it's not Steve Wilks necessarily. It's the players. The players either not buying into him, or the players thinking someone else is going to make the tackle and hoping. You can't hope. You got to be alpha here. You got to be the one who goes, does it. Do your job and go make a play. Don't wait for somebody else to say, "Oh man, that was a really good play you made, man. High five." No, be the guy that they come up and say, "Hey, you made a good play." And that's why we're here. That's why we're winning. Don't be the guy that says, "Oh, the ball can bounce my way, maybe." Don't be jogging out there when your name is Chase.
Oh yeah. Be that guy that even if you miss the tackle, slows the running back down and allows the guy right behind you to smack him. And when it comes to tackling, wrap up. If all you can get is his shoelaces, grab those shoelaces. Don't let go. Bring him down. It's just one of those. Do what you got to do. Don't torpedo in there and just let the guy get on by and gain 8-9 yards. That will kill us if that happens this game. And we need to play clean football.
Well, I really, really agree. People, I've been listening to a lot this week, and other people are talking about the game. Everybody's talking about the game. They're saying that both teams are going to dink and dunk primarily. And the stats does show that Brock Purdy has been more aggressive going downfield, and a little bit more dangerous, or gunslinger, if you want to say it. So the dink and dunk title is kind of more on Patrick Mahomes in this category. But look for the screens. Look for passes to be thrown to both tight ends on for both teams, and to be a game where the running back gets the ball a lot, where it's going to be dump offs and stuff. And it's going to be a good game. But a lot of people aren't saying it's a high scoring game. I don't know, David. Maybe Vegas knows better than me. I'm sure they do. But I also know Vegas wants you to go and spend your money and put down so you can potentially win, right? But who wins? The house always wins. So they're saying it's a 21, 24, 20-ish scoring game. I'm saying 42.
I said 24-21. That's been my prediction all week.
Hey, and I ain't mad at it, but I don't know. I think something opens for one of these teams, and I didn't expect the game to go the way it did last 4 years ago. We were 10 points ahead, and next thing you know, I don't think the Niners I don't think they knew what happened when it was happening. I think after it happened, they were still looking back and saying, "What just happened here?" Because they were winning. So I think whoever gets off to the fastest start can hold the lead. And I'm really confident in the Niners. We've had an opening touchdown on almost every game this season. I see us continuing that and just playing 49er football. So your final score prediction is 24-21 49ers? Is that okay? I'm going to say 42-24. And
so
oh man, let's go. Okay. So everybody in the chat, thank you very much for coming. Please be polite and mindful. And if you are joking with people, make sure that they know you're joking. And because we want everybody to get along. But David, thank you very much. It's been a great show. It's been a great journey. It's been a lot of fun doing YouTube with you, and I look forward to continuing it on. Do you have anything else before we say our farewells?
Well, it's not the off season yet, but keep tuned in, folks. We got some cool stuff coming up. Trivia. We're not talking off season yet, but it will start. It will start when the off season actually starts.
So David's correct. David's very, very correct. There's going to be a lot of fun going on, continuing on. We did a while back say that we will be giving away a jersey. I have a signed Kaepernick jersey right there. And we are giving it away in honor of Corey Davis. And we said of Corey Davis would not have a problem to honor Laura Cat as well. So we're going to do it for both Laura Cat and Corey Davis. Win or lose, we're giving away the jersey. But we're going to do it here in the next couple of days. We're going to figure out the best way to do it. We'll do it on me and David's channel. You have to be subscribed to me and David. That would be great. And Corey Davis. Corey Davis, is a great guy. Great guy. And he'll always live on with us. And this is one of the things that he wanted the most. And he was able to see 5 Super Bowls. And he wanted to see one more before he had to leave. So I know right now he's up there and he's watching the game. He's probably watching it with Bill Walsh, our coach, and sitting there with Laura Cat and all the other greats and all the other fans and family members that we've lost. I've lost 3 family members, 3 fans this year, and it's not fun. Eric, one of my guys that live that's at my job, we lost him too. Very young 49er fan. Never got to see the game. Never got to see them win the title. So enjoy the game, folks. Hopefully you can celebrate with your family, and if not, your friends. Come back and come see us. Me and David will be streaming again. We'll be on David's channel tomorrow, coast to coast, with Ty and Aaron. So please tune in for that. And we'll have more notifications on how you can enter to win the jersey. But most importantly, thank you very much for coming with us, and everyone else who's been a part of this great season. Truly is it's a wonderful season. And man, I'm really just thankful that I met you, David, and I'm really thankful that get to root for a great team like the 49ers. And with that, folks, thank you, David. Thank you very much. And everyone, let's go win this quest for 6, Corey Davis, Laura Cat, Eric, and everyone else.
Yes. I miss Corey and Laura.
They are great people, and there was a lot of other great people out there as well. No one is ever forgotten or gone until you don't mention them anymore. So please mention your loved ones, the ones that we've lost. And, I become a 49er fan because of my grandma. And she's not in the same state as me. I don't get to watch games with her, and, but I still have that love, so it's really how I got into the game. And I'm sure everybody else has a similar story or something. They had a family member or a friend who kind of said, hey, check this out. And from there, that's what it's all about. Community, friendship, relationships. respect and having fun. I respect you all. I really care about you all, and I appreciate you coming and watching. And with that, me and David will be back. We will be back, and we will be continuing on. Off season's coming, and we'll be doing some great things. So with that, guys, go 49ers. Looking forward to talking to you over the game. Let's get this victory. David, will you please send us out?
Hey, go 49ers. And as Corey Davis would say, F all 31 other teams.